Hey Pinheads, Ninja here. Had a request to show off my Xmen LE pinball mods, so here we go. So at the top you see Magneto. There's an LED backlight kit. You can see the LEDs blink over his eye as well as his fist. There's also a color DMD. It's an LCD and the style is XML dot. There's also the LEDs around the speaker, and if you go along the side of the cabinet, there is underlighting here. As you play, it blinks. There's the side art, and it is absolutely awesome. I've got LEDs on the buttons themselves. I've got a little key thing here. LED in the start button. Do the other side art here. It's a little tight because it's closer to the wall. And in terms of the cabinet itself, by the drain we've got two LEDs here. I've got custom inserts for the instruction cards. I've also got some foil that inserts the colors here. Just goes right above the light. Probably the cheapest and most effective mod available. Also got LEDs that go along the ramp. I think it's called a Pinduino. It essentially goes off when you go up and down the ramps or have any rewards that you've activated. I've also got I've got an LED here in Knightcrawler as well as here, so when it pops, you know, it's a blue LED, and those both jiggle about the time that they drop. And I've got a LED in the scope here as well, and I've also got those foil inserts here. Otherwise they were just white colored. What else do we have? So along the ramp here, we've got the ice ramp. So all that's been added there. And if you look closely, it's kind of harder to see here, but here we've got these little bumper tags here. Otherwise it's just a dot in a green background. And in terms of in the back here, there's an LED up. Looks like that one's fallen off a little bit. So there's an LED at the top here. So when Storm activates, she's going to change the lighting of the background. You can kind of see it happening here. And also Storm has an LED behind there. So when she's going crazy, she's going to be lighting herself up. In terms of figures that are in here, there's a Beast Bowen figure. These were all made, I think, in like 2006-ish. So they're about 10 years old, but they're really hard to find. They're on eBay. There's Rogue, and kind of gives her a floating appearance. Here, you can see there's actually nothing holding her down, but she fits in there just perfectly. I can take her out as I wish. She's not really inserted permanently. Same with Beast. All I've got is a little double-sided tape, but he fits on there perfectly. There's a little platform there. Cyclops, he was probably the hardest one to find. And he also, the platform underneath there fits perfect. The ball's not affected at all, and he rests right on there. I thought he looked better than the Iceman mod. That lights up, but yeah. And then we've got a Phoenix here. you can kind of see there. She just rests right up there. Now she's a little unique here. She's the only one that I had to modify to actually get her to stand. So there's not really a platform, and it's right over the chute. So what you can see is I jerry-rigged this thing, and all I did was I took some nails and I hot glued those nails to the bottom of her, and I made essentially 4 stilts. So you can only see it if you're, I mean, as you can see, I'm like right up against the speaker here. And the only time you can actually see it is if you're right up on top of her, because she fits right on the platforms there, just above the pinball shooter. So as you can see, this is what it looks like when you're playing. Oh, also there's Gambit here. This was a little action figure from you know, the 1990s-ish era, and yeah, that's the only essential toy, if you will, in this thing. The rest are Bowen figures, and all of that was found on eBay. And in terms of the Pinduino that follows along the ramp there and around the other ramp, that was by Professor Pinball. You can find him on pinside.com. Does great work, very quick to respond. In terms of other mods, the only other thing I could add to this thing is I want to put basically an LED in the scope down below, or off to the sides here. I've got to choose one or the other. And other than that, it's just going to be a topper just above that, and that's what we got. So those are the mods. What I'll do is I'll start this game so you can kind of see some of the lighting, and here we go. Turn it up here, guys. So what we'll do is,
my name is Iceman.
Kind of press some of these so you can see it. Sorry, guys. So we got Storm going on.
I suggest you renounce your evil ways.
So let me hit Cyclops over here.
I shall be very angry. Am I not beautiful and terrible? Do you not fear me?
Okay, so we gotta hit Cyclops again.
Xmen are all counting on you.
We're gonna do it one more time, and that activates it. Here, let's see here. There we go. Oh, now we gotta hit Wolverine here.
When you're an Xmen,
So we just completed Cyclops here. You're trying to get these to not blink. Blinking means you've started it. So I'm gonna start Iceman here again. And you essentially just have to get 2 in a row of the same shot to activate it. So that's gonna activate Iceman here. So now we got Knightcrawler going.
Get the extra ball.
Let's see here. So now we got extra ball here, so we're gonna pop this in there.
Extra ball.
And oh, sorry guys, got away from me. Okay, so now we've got Wolverine here. And what we're gonna do is just hit some of these shots and hit Wolverine. Take a shot again. And we got to lock the ball here now. through there. We're gonna hit Wolverine.
Stop right there!
Okay, looks like we got Wolverine done now.
Why not try
It's a multi-ball.
Wolverine?
So you can see the ramp there moves.
Free! Xmen, get to the Blackbird. We are needed. Blackbird ready to fire. Stop right there.
There we'll end Xmen, or sorry, the Wolverine mode. He'll just keep going until you lose a ball.
Hold it.
Okay, so let's see. We'll go Rogue next.
Hit the bricks. Y'all come running. We got a job to do.
Yeah, and looking at it, it looks like the LED. I haven't replugged in the LEDs for Knightcrawler. It looks like I just installed the LED color DMD, and I had to get a basically a split so I could get the color LED. I must have forgot to plug in the molder cable. So here we go. What we're gonna do, we're gonna hit Storm here. It looks like Yin, so you'll see her flash a little bit back there. So you can see the lightning flashing sort of on the camera.
If you do not, I shall be very angry.
So you can
Face the
see.
full power and fury of nature. Now you know that my
Might get her
powers
again.
are not
So what do we
to be
need? We
trifled
need
with.
Xavier and Beast. So Beast is off back here.
Hello, my name is Hank McCoy. My friends call me Beast. It would appear that I forgot to. Oh, I seem to be devolving.
So we completed
Friendly game,
Beast here.
I didn't see.
We're gonna get
I am
Phoenix.
I've captured another ball.
I'm gonna need a bigger brush.
You pulled my tail.
All right. So now when we get to
I already know.
Magneto multi-ball, you're gonna see balls go crazy here. I'm not gonna go through the whole sequence here, but there's Dark Phoenix and there's Danger Mode. Those are the Pinball Wizard modes there. So you can see the jiggle there and the sound. I wish I plugged in the LED,
My vision of the future.
but at least I know I forgot to do that now. So,
Can't
but you
run
can see
through it
the
together. We shall
the LED there. That's the same thing behind the Nightcrawlers. So I'm going to activate Villain there, so I can switch. There we go. There's Sentinels. But the color DMD really adds a lot to the Xmen at least. So here we go. There's the buttons there. So now we're just taking over the villains here. We're just shooting the shots.
a great immeasurable power is growing within you.
So here comes Magneto multi-ball here.
Prepare to face Magneto.
So you can see it start going crazy here. I'm just going to let it kill out here. So there you have it. If you have epilepsy, I'm sorry. I should probably put a warning at the beginning of the movie or the video when I upload this thing. But I guess that's for any pinball. But yeah, it's there she is. Pretty awesome. Enjoy. So that's all I got.